listening to the Hanging from the Rafters podcast.
I dislike it on a personal level.
I dislike it extremely.
Well,
I don't
pretty much
hate it,
more then.
but I dislike it to the point where if you don't stop, I may hit you.
With Chris Rafter,
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Why don't you go back to fucking France or wherever the hell you're from?
Pull it out. Let's see it. What are we even fucking doing here?
Austin Rafter,
I can't believe what's happening to me. You ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
and Bryce Silver.
Ghana herpes I got it from this one tramp that I was with. Come on, you idiot. You gotta. What do you mean? Anyway, brother, here's Wonderwall.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
And oh my god, does this thing wreck shop. I'm telling you, it's like a gator, dude.
Yeah.
It fucking grabs this thing, turns it, and then just starts rolling with it. And that thing is fucking flattened by the end of it. It's not even it's not even comprehensible as to what it was when they pull it out of the water. It's like that looked like it was fucking,
That's
like a
fun.
kid's jungle
Yeah.
gym beforehand, and now it's just
Yeah.
So they
just
threw
a
the
big old
midget in
piece
with
of
the
scrap
real
metal.
shark and he just got killed.
It's a 3-ton animal.
Well, it was when we didn't consider midgets people, so it was okay.
So they're like, yeah, throw that shit in the water. Yeah, to clarify, the midget was actually in the filmed scenes, so he was very safe, unless the animatronic shark decided to come to life and eat him, which also would have scared me just as real as a
Didn't
real
someone
shark.
get fucked
Did
up
they-
on set with
What's-
the animatronic shark?
What's that?
I think I read that like someone like fucked their hand up and like it like clamped down on someone's hand.
I
Or
don't remember that
something like
offhand.
that.
It might have
Top
happened
bullshit.
though. It
Top
wouldn't
to
surprise
bottom.
me in the least.
Fun story. They had to remove the phrase from the credits. No midgets were hurt in the filming of this.
People
movie.
didn't like that, and there was a midget that was hurt, so they couldn't
I was
lie
disappointed because I
outwardly.
thought more midgets were hurt.
It was originally not called Jaws. It was just called Midget Killer.
Midget Killer, the
Pretty
shark,
good.
Water Midget Killer.
the water midget killer.
The sequel. Guys, you're listening from the Rafters podcast here with Austin, Timmy, and Bryce.
And
the
Mo says
dog.
hi too. See, hello.
So was the original midget killer like an alligator, and is that why the second one's called water?
That was a clown, surprisingly.
it was like clown.
It was called it.
Remember Lake Placid?
Yep, definitely.
fucking-
That was
there's
Brendan
really-
Gleeson.
There's that one scene where the fucking like they're fighting the alligator, and then the second giant alligator is like, "There's two!" And the fucking what's
The
his
old
name?
lady, I think it was.
The dude from fucking Gangs of New York just blasts in the face with
Brendan
he's
Gleeson.
like,
Yeah.
Was it like a grenade launcher gun or something? I think it was like a grenade
Well,
launcher,
just
and it like
murdered
blows
it.
his
Grenade
head
launcher.
up.
Yeah, that's not how.
And you're like, this is kind of just that whole scene was bullshit. Like it was supposed to be because it's like he's like badass and he blows it up and he's like back to one. But it's like, God damn, what the fuck? This second one, and not the whole movie didn't come out. It's hiding the whole fucking time.
Well, they do that in so many movies, though. Like I think I brought it up on here before. Was The Beast? Like it's a 3-part miniseries by Michael Crichton, kind of like Rose Red is a miniseries.
Bryce, we don't read.
I
books.
feel like I've seen it. but
Yeah, they made it into a
Good
movie.
news, it's a fucking movie then,
Yeah.
Tim.
Oh,
Good news.
So it's a
Good.
miniseries.
He gets
you know,
real mad
they
when you talk about
adapted from the
books.
book, and at the end of the first third of it, fucking, we killed the beast. It's supposed to be a giant squid,
Yeah.
and of course, there it is, laying at the side of the pier, giant squid, big old motherfucker. And naturally, as you'd expect with any monster movie that's an actual animal, there's
It
a
was
bigger
bullshit.
one that's actually, this was the real one.
There's
Oh,
always a bigger fish.
We
yeah,
were
and
hunting a
I get
giant
that.
squid the whole time. We really should have been hunting a giant monster squid.
A gianter squid, but it's
Should've
like
been
it's so
hunting
cheap
monsters.
that I think in Lake Placid they
Stamps are
wanted
called.
to do that, but they're like, that'd be dumb. Well, what do we do if we want to do it, but we don't want it to be the main? Oh, just kill it in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Because everybody expects it to happen. We kind of like Anaconda. Remember that? Fucking Ice Cube fucking shoots that thing in the face or whatever on the pier, and then the motherfucker pops up a minute later.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second. Like,
Call
it
it the
survived
old
a shotgun
switcheroo.
blast? Or no, it survived an explosion. That's what happened.
Who was the bad guy on that? Was it John Voight?
No,
was John
an
Voight.
Anaconda.
John Voight's ball sack.
No, it was an
John
actual
Voight's
snake.
Ballsack.
I think it was John Voight, yeah.
I thought John Voight played the
fucking,
snake.
Where
Did
he
you not?
weirdly had this like full bucket and he's like monkey blood and a full bucket and
Yeah.
he comes over like this nice little like perfect pile of dust. human bones. It's like, why do you have these things in
Where
these
did you get
perfect piles?
There's all this snake skin here. I figured.
Where
there'd
are
be
you
monkey blood.
draining monkeys?
Did you start collecting these before we had this problem?
It really seems like you did.
I think he was like living there already or some shit.
He had to have been. I don't remember the movie that well, but
He was
yeah,
literally just living there to collect bones and monkey blood.
I am your wildlife survivalist, and all I do is collect bones and monkey blood. So I
I
can
am your
pour them
god.
on you. And
That is the
He's
whole
for fire.
nature of this exhibition.
that whole movie was
Horseshit.
just it was
Top to
ridiculous from top to bottom. But I think
like
the only
saying
reason
that.
why anybody watched it is because Ice Cube was the
And
star and
J-Lo.
Jennifer Lopez
J-Lo's
was the
in it, yeah.
was the co-star. Although I
was
will
watching
say,
it
She
for the
almost fucks
Anaconda.
Owen Wilson
I
in
thought
it.
she was the star.
Owen Wilson's not in that. That's
He dies quick.
does
He
he?
gets wrapped up by the snake in the beginning.
Oh,
It's
is
Owen
he?
Wilson.
He's
I
that's
don't
right. He's the
remember.
one that they
He's the
show.
Bond.
He's like in
He
the
dies
stomach
quick.
or whatever,
We're
and
gonna
it's
have to go
swimming
watch
underwater,
this
and you can
again.
see his
Yes.
face.
Yeah, because he goes to
Poor
fuck that
Owen
girl in
Wilson.
the swamp, which is a good call.
That's
Very
all right.
good call in the middle of the
Part-
Amazon.
He's like,
for-
worst case
good for
scenario,
your
best case
penis.
scenario, you get fucking AIDS.
Yeah, it's probably
or
good for
something.
your penis and her vagina to be in a swamp fucking.
Yeah.
Really
Hell
good
yeah.
idea. Just get those leeches on your dick, and then
Bacteria,
Who
leeches.
doesn't like leeches on their dick?
Whatever those
faggots?
fish
Piranha.
are that swim up your pee stream into your pee hole.
and then they fucking they latch. Oh god,
they're called
I just
assholes.
got the
Like
small-
it's standing
and they
there.
fucking latch onto your urethra.
Oh, they're definitely called assholes, but I'm sure there's a scientific name too.
Yeah, the South American asshole. And no, it's not a person. Don't
South
get any funny-
American asshole fish.
South America, the wild South American asshole.
Many
Fish.
people get them mixed
fucking
up
wild.
with like El Salvadorians and shit like that. No, this
That's
is a
racist.
fish.
There's a whole different kind of
El
asshole.
Salvadorians are a very proud and honest people. Okay.
They're a proud
Don't
and
get them
honest
mixed up.
asshole.
Good people.
No, but any of those monster movies, they always do that shit where it's like, oh, we killed it. Oh no, you didn't. And it's like, oh, we didn't see that.
There's
coming.
fucking two.
They
Well, I
released,
mean, how are you gonna have the motherfucker blow up in a gasoline fueled explosion and be like, oh yeah, no, it's fine,
You see,
it survived.
They released a still from Godzilla vs King Kong, and
They
they're
actually
the
still do it?
same
Oh, it's all CGI, it makes
size
sense.
for some reason, and like it doesn't really make sense because the King Kong is supposed to be the King Kong from the one recently with
Skull
John
Island and
Goodman,
stuff, right?
Yeah, with fucking John Goodman,
Fucking
bitch.
John Goodman.
Yeah. That one was
Uh,
good.
King
And how
Kong.
big
It's
was
King
that
Kong,
one?
except John Goodman's
Except-
King Kong.
And then, but the fucking Godzilla is supposed to be Godzilla from the one with Breaking Bad with Walter when he dies. At the
Bryan
very-
Cranston.
I remember I thought he's gonna be the whole movie, and then they kill him off
Right
away.
out the gate.
And I was kind of bummed, but then I was also like, I like that they like.
This is bait and switch
just
shit.
yeah, it was a little bait and switch and fucking. But then you see the fucking Godzilla at the end of that one, and it's fucking huge. And the King Kong was big, but like this Godzilla is fucking seems
Ridiculous.
in comparison to size, way bigger. Like it would tower the King Kong still, and it can also shoot a fucking lightning like energy beam from its
atomic
body.
blasts from its mouth, and you mean to tell me this gorilla, this 30-foot tall
So-
gorilla, is going to be a match for him?
Kong has had a growth spurt, and we've also given him
working out.
radioactive
They're
fart
definitely
blasts.
gonna do something.
Fart
like that,
blast. Yeah, we're basically making another Rampage,
Yeah,
but we're
they're
not
making a
calling it that.
Rampage.
Hey, how come King Kong? They never show him just having this big giant dick.
Giant
Not
penis.
once.
You would think, right? I mean, it's a monkey, so it's like a person.
Just-
He's got a
it
swinging dick.
retracts.
Swanging.
Swing it, dude.
It retracts.
It
like a
retracts.
dog's.
Goes up inside.
Yeah, what about the clackers, though?
Smart?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the clackers would be
Clackers,
clacking.
man. They be
Well,
clacking.
you
He'd
know,
be
they are
walking over you and it's like, this is great.
Well,
That's
they're
great.
also
He's been neutered.
painfully retracting, and that's what the scream is.
Okay,
Wouldn't he also smell really bad?
I would think.
Smell him
sure
coming
he
a mile
does.
away.
Did you know that Japan bought the rights back for Godzilla after they made the one with Matthew Broderick? I believe.
Like,
his
that's
name?
enough of this
In
shit.
2000, and so they made it
All
this
right.
whole thing where the one from the 2000 Godzilla wasn't really Godzilla, it's an alien,
Gojira.
and Godzilla fights it, and it's like really a fucking
No
shittily
shit.
CG, but like they just like you ruined our fucking like this is our history, motherfuckers. We need to take that back and make it right.
I like
I
that
just-
one. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
just
It's our
want a really
Godzilla
good-
fucking your Godzilla up.
I just
Yeah.
want to see a really good modern day Mecha Godzilla. Like, I think that would be fucking dope.
That's racist.
I'm wondering how they're gonna do that because they already kind of dropped
Yeah,
the
they
ball
could
with
do
the
fucking-
King of the Monsters one or whatever it's called.
I
They have the Titans and everything.
I don't really care for it.
Like Mothra
Teen
was
Titans.
okay, but it's like, what's this fucking love interest they have? I don't understand. Why is a moth going to the rescue of a fucking giant lizard?
It
Then
wants
again,
some
let's
lizard dick.
understand. I want some of that lizard dick.
Wasn't it
We're
with
all
the fucking
just
three-headed one.
Animals,
That's a
you
bad
know,
guy.
at heart. That's what the message
Ghidorah.
is.
We're the
Yeah,
real
King
bad
Ghidorah.
guys.
We are the real bad guys. People.
I love when people name their bands after Godzilla monsters because
Gojira.
you know that
Gojira.
they're probably gonna be just as cheesy
Yeah.
as the monster itself.
Well,
Except
if
for
you're
the
gonna
band
do that,
Gojira.
all your songs should be about Godzilla movies.
I'm sure they're trying
And
to
then
do
you gotta
that, but
do
then
a
they get
cover
bored.
Go
of
Godzilla.
Godzilla by
Yeah.
Blue Oyster Cult.
They're just gonna Blue Oyster Cult that
Did
shit.
you know that for
Well, if
the
you
first
don't, what are
Godzilla,
you doing?
they did make a remake of that, and Serge Tonkin did the fucking singing,
vocal.
and they had like Buddhist
Godzilla.
they had like Buddhist monks chanting and shit, so like Hundo Shanka Hundo. Like,
Feedback loop detected.
what the fuck?
On the real though, Blue Oyster Cult, those motherfuckers do shred live. I'm not gonna lie. That the fucking singer plays guitar too, and then he does most of the
Yeah,
soloing.
we saw them that
Pretty-
night that
pretty
we
dope.
saw LaQuisha.
LaQuisha?
It wasn't. It was. God damn it.
Bonquiqui.
Bonquiqui.
There you go.
Get in the
Yeah.
car,
Oh!
Bonquiqui.
That's right. Yeah, get in the car, Bon Quickly.
Just
Me and Tim
saying
laughed about that
name.
like the whole way home.
That's right. I remember that now.
That's great. I like it.
Oh yeah, going to fucking Santa Cruz and then fucking leaving after that show, and some dude's
Well-
just wilding out on this girl.
What was great is it was like
Just get in the car, Bonquiqui.
Can I hear the
She was
story?
like wasted
easily-
though. I thought.
I didn't-
what
I
was
wasn't
great
there,
is
so I
it
didn't hear
was
the story.
easily like, okay, so we're coming.
start
out
from the
of
top.
We're coming from the boardwalk because we were there for a Blue Oyster Cult concert, and we get to our car, and while we're at our car, we notice this white guy yelling at this black girl, and like I guess he's her boyfriend or whatever, but like he's shouting at her, like telling her she's stupid or whatever, and
Very
then at some
concerning at the
point
time.
he just goes,
I don't remember any of this.
"Bonquiqui, get in the car."
Do you think it was actually her name, or he was just
No, it
being
was
a
definitely
dick?
not her name.
No, it's from like a show.
I
I
wanna say
saw it
Mad
later.
TV
I
or
was like,
something.
oh, that's where Bonquiqui came
I only
from.
remember
was
from
like, that's
that,
great.
like, it
I think
was
it was
at
Mad
the-
TV or something.
I think so too.
That makes it even
remember
better
that.
that he's just using a fucking dated ass throwback reference.
To refer to whoever this
Mad
was.
no, the guy's a
TV.
comedic genius.
He knew what he was doing when he
Oh
called
no,
her
it's
that.
don't get me wrong, it's hilarious.
It's like that's not what you expect to call your girlfriend, I guess. But well, there it is, I guess.
That's what I call Austin.
Yeah, it's true. He calls him Bonquiqui.
I can't imagine the cover of Godzilla being any good though, with the fucking Buddhist guys in the background and shit.
It's not. very
Search
good.
Search
It's
Tankian
not
singing is just
Eating
doesn't fit.
Let's put it
Mothra is
this
a
way.
pastime activity.
Let's put it this way, Serge Tompkins,
go.
the singer on it, and
There
you've never
goes
heard
hope.
it.
that makes sense.
I don't think that.
I
guy
wouldn't
speaks
want to hear
English.
anything that was a cover by him.
She's
anyway.
like, he's like, do you think I can make this song maybe about like the
The war of the Armenian
what do they call it? The
genocide.
Armenian genocide?
There's
It's
got to be a
about
way.
Godzilla.
Yeah,
Never
it's
happened.
cool,
I'm gonna throw
man.
in- I'm
no
gonna
one's
s-
gonna listen to this anyway.
I'm gonna throw
Nobody
in
cares
how,
about Armenians.
I'm gonna throw in how the
We heard about the
Armenians are
Jewish
getting
genocide and we
genocided.
checked out.
that was all we needed, and
We're
we were
like,
like,
all right, we
forget
picked
about
one. You guys, it sucked. The rest of you guys go fuck yourselves.
Whoops.
We're
There's been
done
many
listening
genocides
because we have
but-
short attention spans and we're very unempathetic, and
Fuck 'em.
therefore, yeah, sorry, but that's what's happening. But there's always like a new genocide people want you to hear about in their music. It sounds like, but all I'm really
Their new
concerned
metal.
about is, hey man, does that have a good beat? That's
Does
what
this
everybody
happen
says, right? I like music with a good beat.
Did this happen in America?
Like
No.
music you
Okay,
kill
get to the
yourself
music.
That's literally how short our attention span is,
Yeah.
though. As like Americans, we're like,
I can't imagine.
I don't even care what your song is about. I
Well,
don't. I just want to hear
also-
you sing it well. That's all.
Just shut up.
I didn't take enough.
And
I
sing.
didn't pay enough attention in geography to actually imagine where this other place
Well, obviously.
you're talking about is. So
Armenia, is that South
if
America?
if it didn't happen in America, I don't.
Tim's not
know where
100%
that
sure
is.
where he is right now.
No,
He's
fuck
running
that. I
out
could tell you where
places.
like every state is.
Oh,
in
shit,
relation
where is
to the
it?
Others. But fuck
Everywhere
any
else,
other
I
country.
don't
I
know.
have
Where's
no
Minnesota?
idea.
Where's
Montana
Michigan?
in relation to Vermont.
Where's Vermont? It's to the left, and
yeah.
then up, and then right,
It's
and
in
then
the
you
place.
make a right of your
If
first
you go
left.
right like 1,500 miles.
Well, I can at least picture like have some
Guys, send
idea where
emails
they
in.
are.
We're gonna do questions for Tim on the next
Yeah, 'cause
podcast.
He just set himself
Because
up.
I'm gonna go study
he
my
apparently knows
puzzle
we're all
tonight.
no studying, dude. You already
United
know.
States puzzle with all
Puzzle
the,
studying.
all the capitals and
Yeah.
states.
You're learning from the kids you
You
work
just
with.
you just walk in the living room. It's like 4 a.m. He's in there yelling at the puzzles. He's like,
I
I don't know
doesn't
where
make
things go. Where's Texas? Where?
I can't. Is it the biggest one? Is it the smallest?
I thought it was
one?
by
Which
New
one is
York. I
Texas?
don't know anything.
Minnesota, what the fuck is that?
Somebody,
That's-
somebody
that's-
walks in
that's
the
Russian, I
room.
think.
I just start crying. Help me make sense of
I
this.
don't know what to do. I can't
After
put
this,
the
can
puzzle
we
back together.
compromise shapes and colors?
It has a bunch of weird pieces.
And they're just like, yeah, man, I don't know either.
Who's this?
Most
Roy
people
G.
is-
Biv
I don't think
asshole?
anyone knows really. Scholars maintain.
I don't remember half the fucking capitals of the United States. Montpellier is the capital of, I think, David Corlier's house.
Frankfurt, Kentucky.
Yeah. Frankfurt, Kentucky. Is that the
It
one?
sounds like you put ketchup on your Frankfurter.
It does. It sounds
But-
like Kentucky Fried.
Yeah,
I
hot
learned all
dogs.
things pretty much through food.
I'm not
Top to bottom.
My point is, like, any
Sacramento.
country that's not on the news, like, all the fucking time, I have no idea what it looks like. I have no idea how big it is.
Where's the Middle East? Is it in the middle?
Is it in the middle or is it in the east?
Somewhere.
I can't tell.
Is that in Russia?
It's
I
in
think
a
they're
place.
Russian.
So
I think
tell me
it's in
where any
Europe.
country in the Middle East is.
Europe.
Lebanon.
Like, other than India.
It's near. I can tell you this right now. It's
I don't
near
know.
Syria.
I'll tell you, it doesn't matter. We're gonna blow them all up, and then they're all the same country.
Yeah, we're gonna blow them up, and then people are gonna get mad about that, and then we're gonna help them, and then people are gonna get mad about that, and then we're gonna blow them up again. They're gonna get mad about that,
Yeah.
and then someone's gonna blow us up, so we're gonna blow them back up, and then everybody gonna be mad about
And then
that.
your gas is gonna cost $10, and it's gonna be like, how come we're not blowing those people up?
I love when people get mad at like the citizenry for that kind of shit too, because it's always just like, hey man,
Yeah. Now
what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
What do you
now
want?
we have to.
I didn't even
pay-
have a vote on whether they blew you fuckers up.
Now we have to pay Americans to watch these gas lines. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
They
taking
raised
some.
my taxes for this too.
Well,
you
of
know?
course you have to pay them their gas lines, and you need to pay them to watch them.
There you go.
Yeah,
Watch
We're
the
also
gas.
taking all your other shit.
By the way, you
And
guys
if you'd
need some
like,
democracy.
if you'd like, we could just fight for it. It's up to you. I mean,
we can either fight or you can just give it.
no,
to
that's
us.
great. You guys got sand and machine guns from the Cold War. That'll be great. You'll be
Hey.
fine.
You know what?
No way you're gonna get fucked up.
Pocket sand goes a long way.
These motherfuckers need to start utilizing that shit. They got
They
them
just,
curtains on.
throw it at the drones.
Straight up, dude. Just jam those things.
You gotta get your hand way back and you gotta throw it, and then you get the drones. That
a
are
good French
at
grenade
30,000
throw. Those
feet.
guys knew how to throw them motherfuckers. You can just wing it. Just huck that son of a bitch.
The ones with the sticks.
Yeah, you know.
Oh,
the
no.
little fing.
Omar was talking about that, like, 'cause it's in the German army, and he was explaining why you don't throw it like a fucking baseball, because people tend with a baseball is that they throw it too low, and then you end up throwing it right in front of you and
Yep.
killing yourself.
Because it's top
And so
heavy.
it's better just to do this number.
Yep. Yeah, you got to catch an arc on that.
And you'll
son
get
of
an
a
Hand
arc. Yeah, you get way
grenade
more
throw.
length on it too, probably.
Did you hear
throw
the
it-
fucking-
You throw it like your arm is an old school slingshot.
bitch. Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you-
mean,
you
I
tie it
don't know
together, you
the
get some
mechanics by all that, but we used to fuck around like throwing footballs like that shit. You could actually wing them pretty
French
good.
grenade throw.
Hi-ya! Did you hear fucking Russia deployed a like a satellite weapon against one of our satellites? It's like mirroring it in space right now.
Oh shit!
Some
All
Space
right,
Force
well,
shit
Some
happening.
shit's going
That,
down.
that's nice.
When the
Wake,
Chinese came in that end of the first
Did you hear,
episode.
did you hear
wake
they
me
made,
up when we're having an actual battle on the moon or something.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Did you hear they made the Chinese consulate leave like Houston, Texas? That they told them they have 2 weeks to leave because they're spying.
Pack your shit.
Hey, get real ready for
Pack
a
your
nice
shit.
war with China, guys.
We're shutting down TikTok too.
Spoing.
I mean,
And this all started with
yeah,
TikTok.
TikTok,
really,
Huawei, all that shit. I
we're gonna
always thought
call
that
it
was funny.
World War
People
III, the
made fun
TikTok
of-
wars.
People made fun of Trump, like for being all pissed at China for everything since he was campaigning, and it's all true. It's all like
Oh
for
no,
the
they
most
did
part,
that
at
shit.
least.
We're
But you
not
don't
giving
say
them
that.
the-
We owe
we're
them a
not
lot of
giving them the
money.
credit for it.
Shit, Ixnay on the.
I'm
They
the
started
shade.
Wuhan.
Ooh,
virus
Don't
A.
be saying that because people will get mad.
What didn't he call it like the China virus?
You
for
call
a
it the
while?
Chinese virus or
the
the
Wing
you call it
Chang
the
Chong
Kung
virus.
flu as
I think
well.
he's still
But,
calling it
yeah,
the
see,
Chinese
the
virus.
problem wasn't
well,
that
he's
he tried
racist.
to. The problem wasn't that he tried to warn us about China. The problem was that he called them a bunch of ching chong bing bongs when he did it.
Yeah, he went straight to the racist route. He's
Look,
like, we're
I'll
gonna call
tell
it the Kung flu, and it's like,
Jesus, man.
Jesus.
you're gonna piss off a lot of
Fuck's
different
sake.
kinds of Asians by saying that. You realize that, right? Yeah, no, I know.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying they live in one of those stupid shithole countries.
Yeah, right.
It's a nice country,
a
but they're a
nice
bunch of
country.
ching chong bing bongs, and they caused all this.
They did all of it, yeah, but it's not a shithole. I promise everybody.
It's
Don't
not
be
a
mad at me.
shithole. We're not trying to start a war here by saying it's a shithole like we just did with the rest of the
Conversely,
world.
if you
Yeah,
called
we're
the
not
country any of those countries shitholes before him, you'd be justified to be like, yeah, no, we bombed that place so that the sand is now glass. It's a shithole. And then it's like the moment he said it, everybody's like, oh, what the fuck? It's like, no, we blew it up. He's right. That place is now a shithole.
shithole.
It's all dust.
We turned it into
Blue shithole.
porcelain,
Yeah.
dropped a giant shit in the middle of it.
He's not saying we didn't do that. He's just saying we left it that way.
Okay,
Because
you
we're
just-
check it out.
assholes. We
Check
are
it
just
out.
the assholes of the
The sea.
planet.
Google Maps it if you don't believe us.
I honestly do believe that sandbox is literally a sandbox for America to be like, oh yeah, by the way, don't fuck with us too much. Like that's all we're using it for. We have no care for the people over there, not even a even a little bit.
We don't give a
outside
shit.
of
We're just
Israel.
poking Russians.
We released
do you
1,000
think?
cats over
Yeah.
there just
Pretty
to turn
close,
them into
huh?
a litter box.
Hey,
Are you ready?
that's what Middle East is like. They're just fucked because they're in between Russia and us.
Well, that's what the worry
Realistically,
was
that's
the
what
last
it's
time.
always like. The Cold War's been going on. It's still going on.
It's never stopped.
It's just not quite what
It's
it
just
used
not
to
going
be.
on in Europe.
We just don't talk about it as much.
Yeah, we just
Well,
everyone
it
shut
is.
your
It's
damn
not
mouth
open,
about it.
There's not open communists, so that's the
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not fighting communism
If it's not a
anymore, so
dictatorship,
we
it's
can't
the
say
president gets unlimited terms forever.
Yeah,
And if anyone doesn't vote for him, they die.
that's
It's not a dictatorship, though. It's different.
Yeah,
it's a
just
whole
because
other
he was part of
thing.
the KGB and he was
It's
a
an
high level
oligarchy or something.
Hey, why don't you just stop talking about it? You know what I mean? Or maybe you disappear.
Something will happen.
Just saying,
We'll
just
take
saying.
you to a re-education facility.
That's like
and
I got
we'll get you
shot
to
by,
start
like, a
thinking the right
Russian
stuff.
operative.
I'm waiting for some Red Scare,
It'll be
some
lovely. No one will
Antifa-style
ever
Red
see you
Scare
again.
shit. So with fucking
Yeah, the Russians are backing Antifa. I heard it.
That's-
Oh, here.
that's-
You heard it here
that's
Oh, you
first.
mean like Black
That's
Bloc?
right.
Like
Yeah,
the,
like,
the
well,
actual
like Black
organization Black? Because Antifa, I think people are making this really weird distinction like it matters. It's an Antifa means anti-fascist. I'm sure it does.
Right.
But I think Black Bloc is the group that is
Black
they're
Bloc.
inciting violence and shit like that.
Black bloc, son.
So wait, so the Russians are starting to funnel money
Yep.
over there?
Are
You
they?
heard it here
Nice.
first. I just made it up.
I just made it up here first, so
you
you
heard
guys
it made
can.
up here, right here. But yeah, I could
Look,
see
I'm
that.
fucking
It'll
Alex
be
Jones.
Like,
The
it'll be
Russians-
McCarthyism with them though. I could see that happening with that Red Scare. And they
Absolutely.
just start pulling people in. It's like,
Well, I mean, are you Antifa?
you're accused
Tell me.
of being.
Tell me. Tell me.
Well, they're already
Don't
pulling
ask
motherfuckers
me
off the
those
streets in
questions.
Portland. What do you expect? And that the best part is all these gun toters are like, oh man, fucking that's
Am
that's
I
a
the only
damn
one that
shame.
looks at those people at Portland and is like, are you guys still doing this? I thought we was over it.
Yeah.
I thought we were done with all that. No,
I mean,
I
I
guess
didn't get
not.
involved from
I
the
thought we
beginning. I
moved
was watching
to,
it on
like-
TV.
I thought we moved on to the whole like Black Lives Matter and Corona.
I thought we're back to everyone's dying from Corona.
no.
What's going on there?
We're bringing people
I
in
think
unmarked
that's-
vans. That's what we're
pulling
doing.
People in vans. What are they doing?
Well,
that
I
for?
mean, that's what
What were
Nazis
they
do.
protesting?
I don't even remember. They're probably just protesting in general.
I think you just be funny.
I'm not happy.
You
Let's all
get pulled
protest.
into one of those vans. You're sitting
Yeah,
there
they're
like
bored.
with the bag over your head. You're just like, "Where are we going, guys? Can we stop and get some ice cream?"
I
I'm
always
just
felt
kinda
like that
hot
would
in
be the
here.
best way to approach any
McDonald's. Smell
terrible
it.
scenario.
We're-
Like a bunch of fucking FBI agents come up to arrest you, like bash open your door in the middle of the night, and you pop out of your bed and see them with guns pointed at you. Oh, hey guys.
Oh hey,
Oh, hi guys.
You know, it'd be great for them to do to these fucking Antifa people, like when they do pull them into a van.
what?
Take them to a huge public area, put them in front of a microphone in front of a whole bunch of people,
And
and
fucking
make them
shoot 'em.
explain what they actually believe in.
I don't know. I don't
They're
know that
assholes.
that's a bad idea.
Round them up
Put
into
'em
camps. Make
put
them
'em
work
in a
for free.
goddamn
Maybe
camp.
just leave them in the camp for a while. We won't. We can't call it.
We gotta get them to, just focus.
it's just
like
like-
a focus camp,
We're
a
gonna-
focus
it's not-
group.
like a
Focus
concentration
group.
camp,
We
like
gotta-
one that you where you.
No, that's
just gotta
bad.
concentrate what's
I'm just
going
gonna
on.
Keep them there for a little internment. Internment sounds.
Let's just
better.
put them in that.
That's
That's
what I'm
fine.
saying.
That's
Internment
We did
American.
that already too.
Detainment. How about that?
We'll
Is it
just call
say-
it prison.
We do
We'll call it
that down in
detention. That's what we'll
Mexico.
say. We'll call it detention. We're putting you in detention.
That's Guantanamo.
What were the ice
Okay,
camps
that's never mind. I
called?
can't do that one.
Were those called ice camps?
They're detainment camps.
Detainment
We'll call them
camps.
gulags.
We'll call it. There
No?
we go. That one hasn't been used, has it?
That one's
Well,
there's
we'll
no
just
negative
call them big
connotation. is there?
sleepaway camps. There's just a big sleepaway camp.
Everyone's
There
at
you
summer
go.
They're
camp.
having a
There's
big
one
fun
we haven't
time.
If you
Go-
speak out against the government, you go to summer camp.
You go to a fun summer
Where you-
camp,
you know,
might
you-
not come back.
You'd have all kinds of crazy
much
Maybe you'll
headlines
get your
over-
first girlfriend at 85.
Yeah. so
Over a
much fun
million
to stay there
Americans
forever.
enrolled in summer camp. You'd have
Against
so
their
many
will.
good headlines fucking going on. You'd have
Just the
parents,
media
you'd
is
have
just
parents
complete
signing their
horse
children
shit.
up for that shit. Take my kid to summer camp. I can't handle this
You
shit.
won't
The
shut up.
coronavirus, them
No.
hanging at home.
I don't even
Government
have
provided
kids
summer
yet,
camp.
and I'm already
It's
excited
socially
to send my
distanced
kids
summer
to
camp gulag.
Tell me why I was renewing my driver's license, and because of all this, when they asked if I wanted to be an organ donor, I was like, "Fuck no!"
Yeah.
It would be great.
Immediately, like, "No, sorry,
Do I have to give him right now?
I don't want to give them."
I was going to use him for a little while.
Quick, before this man dies, check his ID.
It would be
Yeah,
great to
can we
open
set
a
up
summer
some-
camp.
You're an organ donor.
Can we set up some like stipulations on this, like natural causes? And
Ain't no
whatnot?
stipulations.
I know.
Is it what kind of paperwork we got to file to make sure that you don't take them early? You know,
Who I gotta
Make
blow
sure
to you
don't
not take
let me
my heart?
die. Now I don't have a DNR,
break your
which is
heart?
to say do
Why
not
ain't you break
resuscitate.
your
I
heart?
don't have one of those, so I'd really like to keep both of my kidneys if I can. That always
Both of my
creeped me out though,
kidneys.
because like people will always put
Both
a
of
lot of
them.
faith in like the fire department and the EMTs, mainly because no one has been taken into the back of a EMT van.
What if the fire
And
department's
shot.
working with
They know
Antifa?
of.
Exactly. But there's just something about the state coming in and rounding people up that makes me wonder if those organizations will be on that list as well.
Oh, of course they're gonna start
But what
rounding
would
people.
Because
they
it
do?
won't look so bad,
They're gonna
right?
come and take our guns, and then they're gonna.
I mean, just imagine,
our
you know,
wives.
the EMTs.
Bryce, I'm
Firefighters?
taking
Wait,
you to
are
a
they
center right
taking-
after this podcast.
What's
health
happening
clinic.
here? The firefighters are taking people?
No, I'm saying it wouldn't
firefighters
surprise me.
would pick people up.
It
Take them
wouldn't
on
surprise
rides.
me if they got them involved in that shit. It's all the state anyway, so why are people just going half-assed on this shit? Why don't we just say, like, fuck the entire government, go into complete
aren't-
anarchy,
aren't
and we'll just
EMTs
burn the whole
full ass.
mother down?
Don't go half-ass. Go full.
No,
ass.
go full ass, man. Gotta go full ass.
Aren't EMTs like private? It's under like private
are.
companies.
Shut up.
Depends
Some
where
of
you
them
No,
are.
no, they're owned by
Here
the
in California, they are
Or the
private.
Nazis.
The mafia owns the.
Yes.
All the
That's a
firemen are
Wow.
members of the mafia.
Some
You
states,
gotta
You heard it here
pay
first,
big
folks.
some
for you
Alex
to get your
Jones.
house not burned down.
some states it's government run, other states it's private.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, so
Some
you'll
states
have
it's-
you'll have your EMTs from the hospital, obviously, but there's a shit ton of them,
Not
like
here.
the definitely. You'll have your what are the purple ones called? The purple EMT van. They have actual private.
Yeah,
911.
because it
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
here
charge a
we-
shitload
we
of money for you to
only
go
have
in that.
Private here.
They just
That is
charge your
not true.
insurance.
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
We don't have any
each hospital
government-
has their own set of EMTs.
Yeah, but it's not like
BMTs.
government funded like it used to be.
They
DMTs.
Every county hospital is government
They're
funded.
shooting balls.
You have private hospitals like Kaiser. That's true.
DMTs.
Those will be privatized, but not every EMT is private. We are one of the states that
Yeah,
has
idiot.
several private. So it's kind of a
Fucking
mishmash
idiot.
over here.
Idiots.
But places like, I'm sure places like fucking, what's it called, Washington are probably all publicized.
A real pieces of shit.
Real pieces of shit.
Let's talk about the Washington football players.
Oh, those are great
You're
people.
gonna be doing great.
The Washington football team, yes.
No, that's
The-
a
we
hockey
don't even
team.
have a
Sorry.
fucking name anymore.
It's at this point, it's just like go team.
What do they
It
call
really
them? They
is
don't
at
have a
this
team.
point.
They don't have a name yet.
Well,
No, they
yeah.
don't.
For the time being, they are the Washington football team.
Is it just
And then weren't
'cause-
you saying they were trying to do the Sentinels?
They've got a lot of different ones.
Is it just because that fucking one? I heard that there's like a guy who would buy all the possible names.
He bought all.
He
of them.
started buying like 10 years
Genius,
back when they were
genius,
first like
genius.
talking about it, and the owner was like, "We refuse to change the name."
But that's
And so like people threw out like a bunch of ideas, and the dude would just buy the trademark for them
Costs
all.
like
and,
$1 a
like,
month.
Yeah, and he just like he puts like pictures up on the website so he can maintain the trademark.
Hell yeah, man.
And so it's just like, yeah, pay me fucking
Free enterprise.
pay me $80
What's
million
she saying to people,
You'll
like
get
the
a-
guy who got JoeRogan.com, and he was like, "Here's the deal. I'm gonna sell this to you for $20,000 because you're rich.
Kaboom.
but
Otherwise, it's JoeRoganComedy.com or JoeRogansCock.com."
Which didn't he change it or
He bought it.
The newest name though is the that's been proposed is the
You got it.
Sentinels,
Okay.
which Keanu Reeves just must be.
Yeah,
juiced
he's not
about,
happy
like-
about that.
The Constantines.
No,
John
fucking
The Neo
Keanu
from the
Reeves
Matrix
was in
is-
the replacements. He played on the Sentinels in the replacements.
That's dope.
Wait, then who is in Any Given Sunday? I'm mixing my movies up.
Um,
I think it was the Sharks.
Jamie Foxx was in Any Given Sunday. He's Eddie Bemis.
Who is the quarterback? Because it had to be a white actor.
It's a dad from the movie with the two where Lindsay Lohan plays her
Foster?
sister.
Cuba Gooding Jr. or something like that.
No, he's a famous
Foster.
jackal.
Either way, yeah,
you
Keanu
look
Reeves
that
is
up?
very pissed about this Sentinels name because
Jamie's here
motherfucker,
today.
motherfucker was already playing for the Sentinels and they
Are-
took his name from under him.
Are you
backup.
kidding? You know how many of those jerseys from that movie will be sold? Like if that actually like.
Oh, dude, people be wearing them to that shit every Sunday. I mean, I know I would at this point. You know,
Dennis
why not?
Quaid is the
Dennis Quaid. Okay,
is
there
the
we go.
bat, whatever.
Randy Quaid, maybe.
And Jamie Foxx is the whatever.
Hey, are Randy Quaid and Dennis Quaid even related?
Yeah.
Oh
They're
my
brothers.
God, he really
Yeah.
is cousin Eddie. I mean, look at the
Have
two
you seen him like
motherfuckers.
when he has like he has a big old beard?
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid he looks like a
looks
nutcase.
crazy right
Like
now.
Oh my God.
Oh, Randy Quaid.
Or Randy
Looks like fucking
Quaid.
David Letterman running through the goddamn Central Park.
LL Cool J is also in that movie.
Oh, nice. You ate my bird.
James Woods.
That's right. I feel like I wonder when
James
Letterman
Woods.
walked in for that, like, to pitch that show for Netflix. They're like, "Hey man, you doing all right? What's with the beard? Everything going good?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm just growing it out."
Just talking to aliens, ghosts, things like that.
We're gonna have you talk to a doctor,
Just to make
it's a
sure
normal
you're
thing we
healthy.
do. It's a normal thing we do. It's
Lay on this couch.
not for
Hey.
dementia or anything. Not to make sure you're not going crazy.
Okay.
Speaking of fucking Nutter Butters, can we get Gary Busey his own show?
Gary Busey
Well,
had
he
his
used
own.
to have
to have
I'm with
one.
Busey. I'm with
with
Busey was
Busey,
the
dude.
shit, and then it got canceled
Download
after
that.
like fucking
What
one
is it?
season. I'm with Busey.
I'm with Busey.
It was a
It's
comedian.
him playing himself.
It was a comedian. He's just like fucking. He's like I love Gary Busey when I was a kid, and I wanted to see what he's doing in life because he wasn't really acting. And
He's
so
fucking
just, like,
nuts.
spent some time with him, and there's a whole thing where, like he was gonna show the kid how to show the comedian how to go on a date. And so he makes him go to like a restaurant with him.
Gary, this
and
is
he
rape.
comes out and he's wearing like a wig and shit. and he's just like fucking. He's sitting there and he's trying to he's like coaching him through an earpiece during the actual date. And he's like, tell her sometimes I feel like I have the Loch Ness monster between my legs.
That's smooth, dude.
That dude's so crazy though. I can never tell when he's joking or not because of his face. And there was that one roast of Gary Busey. Or
Yeah.
I think it was Gary Busey.
You know
no,
what
it
happened,
was,
right?
It might have been someone
they
else.
did one.
That they were, but
Yeah,
they were
Strzok,
roasting
didn't
Busey
he?
at the
He
time
had
because they
like
make fun
a-
of all the comedians on the panel. And that dude was like ready to get out of his chair and beat the ever loving shit out of Jim
He
Norton.
looks crazy.
I couldn't tell if that was scripted
Yeah,
or not
he's
because
mad.
you just can't tell with that dude. And then of course he's in Entourage, and you can't tell if he's
Is
acting
he?
there either. All right, Gary, just whenever they say their
Just be
lines to
you.
you, just say whatever comes to mind,
Yeah,
and
just
then
react.
they'll just continue.
Yeah.
Like I really do. Even Turtle's scared of him during that, and I'm like, I feel like that wasn't manufactured at all. I feel like that was they set this
actually scared
situation up.
Yeah.
What is he in where like it's a movie and they find him like out in the forest
Black
living in a
Sheep.
tree? Yeah,
Oh,
that shit.
He's fucking Sergeant Savage.
that's-
yeah, he's covered in the paint and everything.
That's
Yeah.
before he was just a complete fucking.
Hold your tongue,
nutbar.
witch.
Man, crashing your motorcycle and living in a Halo will do
Sergeant
that to you.
Savage, Drake
That's
Savage.
what it was. He crashed his motorcycle.
Yep.
And they had like brain damage and
So
shit.
did Roseanne got hit
'Cause
by
he
a
was-
car.
I guess
That's
he
when
was
she
like-
became funny.
I read
Yeah, yeah.
something like he was on his he was like on track to be like he was gonna be a fucking huge movie star. He was a really good actor, and then he got in this accident, and then he came out and he was like a pain in the ass to work with because he fucking lost his mind.
Wasn't he in like a Rookie of the Year and he was like a super like stable normal character? Like
I don't remember that one.
I just remember some shit from like the 80s.
He was in fucking Point Break.
Yeah, he's in Point
oh
Break.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was normal in Point Break.
I think he's in fuck. There's something else he's in where he's like really young.
He's definitely
you
one of
figure it
those.
out.
He's definitely one of those guys
Maybe
though.
it's
that
Sound it out.
He's still popular, but like again, you just don't know with that dude, man. I kind of
I like him in the fucking
wanna see him
Entourage
and
in that
stuff,
one
but I'm
episode.
also afraid to see like allegations that he like tried to choke someone on set.
Oh, he did.
I'd hang out with him, but
I mean, you
wouldn't
should
let
expect
him
that.
live on my
Yeah.
street.
Yeah, definitely not.
I would
no.
want him to live on my street.
No, I'd want him to choke me.
Yeah. Choke
Gary
him.
Busey's choking me right now.
He's choking me to
Choke
death.
my
This
Just
is
Just don't
this
let
is
him kill
perfect.
me. Just don't let him kill me. Let him choke me until I pass.
go for
That's
a while.
fine.
Who do
Yeah.
I sue?
It's an fucking honor, is what it is.
Who do I
He's an
sue
American
though?
hero.
It can't be him.
Sergeant Savage.
There's no way he's still responsible for his actions.
Well, the estate of Gary Busey. That's
Yeah.
who you fucking
Probably got a
sue.
lot of money still.
And then his son is in Starship Troopers and all that shit.
Oh yeah, his
son's a
son.
big
He looks just
teeth.
like him. He's
Yeah, he
really
does.
weird
He's
looking.
got big teeth. They both have really
Those
like
big fucking ridiculous teeth.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
giant teeth.
Oh, you could picture him immediately from that movie. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, the big teeth guy. Yeah,
he's
that's
playing
Gary
the
Busey's son.
violin. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
Isn't he? That's not the same person as fucking Titus, is it?
Titus in.
No, the character, the fucking person, Titus, the fucking actor, comedian, or whatever.
Christopher Titus?
Yeah.
No.
No,
No,
no.
they're not the same person.
That's
Although, now that you
Yes,
mention
they do
him,
look very
they're similar, yeah. But not quite the same guy. Damn, Gary Busey's in a lot of shit,
Yeah, he was big.
including a movie called Hot Boys with a
Hot
Z.
boys.
Hot Boys.
I would like a hot boy.
I wrote that.
That was Tim's movie.
That was
He wrote
Tim's-
that. It did, it
That
did
was Tim's
very well.
masterpiece, is what it was. But it was shunned by the
Citizen
Academy
Kane.
By the
because
way-
they're a bunch of stuck-up prudes.
By the way, another thing we're gonna have to worry about if we ever do make it big with
The
this
Jews?
podcast
Or not.
is all the shit I've taken credit for that I did not do.
You're gonna get sued for that real
You're just gonna
quick.
get your ass kicked.
Well,
You're
I
just
mean-
gonna come bring someone to kick your ass.
The Hank of the Rathers podcast, and no one condones anything that Tim says, and we're not affiliated with Tim in any
I
way.
like him.
In
Don't
fact,
even
we
know.
asked him not to come, and he always still comes.
Keep telling him to
Keep
leave.
showing up, and we love it.
Please leave, Tim. Please.
Dude, Gary Busey was
Okay.
a contestant in Dancing with the Stars.
course he was.
didn't last very long.
Of course, he didn't last very long. He's
Well, he
Gary
was
Busey. Look
he
at
was
the guy.
interested in the stars. He's
Were you
like, what
regular
about the
watchers?
stars?
Tim?
I've been staring at them every night for 12
When it was
hours.
time to dance, he was busy eating pudding out of one of his shoes.
He stole one of the ladies' dresses. He was wearing it.
He kept trying to
It's like, hey, I was gonna wear that.
Does anybody have a sun hat? to go with my dress. I
Kept
feel like it'll
leaving-
complete
scared
the
the
look.
children.
He kept leaving his dance partner and trying to grab people in the audience to start dancing. Like, what the fuck?
Come on.
It's like, get the
No,
fuck
come
out
on
of
The
here.
Come on.
judges, he's like, get up.
And people were so scared they did it.
They're like, I don't
Oh
know.
shit.
He's a fucking wild card. I don't know what he's gonna do.
He might kill me
Wild
if I
card,
don't.
bitch.
Wild card, bitches.
He gave one of the judges a lap dance.
It's not that kind of dancing,
right,
Gary.
too.
No, let him do it.
Just
It's
let
fun.
him go.
Hey,
He's,
fine.
you know what
It's
though?
fun.
He's
He
not
was a
bad.
damn pro.
yeah. He's
He
actually
did
doing
a lot
a
of
pretty good
practice.
job.
From 89 to 87.
The normal dancing was garbage.
Yeah, but
He
he's
was
been
a
to many a
stripper.
strip club. I think he knows what he's doing when it comes to working the pole. If you know what I'm saying.
He's waved some dong in people's faces,
He's
if
done
you know
it,
what
yeah.
I'm saying.
And
He's
people
hung
dong.
dong, yeah.
He's hung
he's hung
dong.
major dong. Because that's the man himself. That's Gary Busey for you. Think it's about time for a little breaky.
Fuck
Eggs
yeah,
and
it's
breaky?
fucking hot in here.
It's so damn hot.
It's so damn hot.
Milk was a bad choice.
I don't
You
know
got anything lined up?
No, I don't.
Let me try to think of one if I can. Light that smoke and one for giving up on me. One of those will kill you sooner than my expectations. To my favorite liar, to my favorite scar. I could have died with you.
Please don't sue.
Good.
That Dr. Fauci threw the first pitch today.
Oh yeah, he miffed
Nice, he
it.
fucked it
Oh
up.
yeah, straight into the dirt. And then the first comment on this thing is he threw it in the dirt because he flattened his curve too.
He didn't just throw it into the dirt; he threw it out and into the dirt.
Oh
too.
Jesus! Someone fire this man.
He missed
He clearly
wide
can't run the
low,
CDC.
yeah.
If he can't throw a pitch, I don't want him
If
to
you
be the
can't
head of
throw
the CDC.
baseball, then obviously you're not.
It's the whole reason why I elected Donald Trump as president, because I thought he could throw a line, right down the fucking center of the
Line
plate.
drive.
I don't believe that either.
No, but that's what I would. That's the reason why I voted for him. And yes, I absolutely voted for him. 110%. Because I love that man. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I actually didn't vote in the last election. Probably my fault. He got elected by not voting.
Now, he's going to do a great job. As soon as this one's over, he's going to start over.
Start from the
And
beginning.
it's going to be great.
You
Just
hear
like
we
he
got up to
promised.
4 million total cases on that COVID right there. So
He's
we're the
probably
best.
the best at
All you
getting
other
people sick.
motherfuckers can take a big shit. America has 4 million cases. How many you got?
Yeah, can Obama say he killed that many people?
No.
No.
No. Try
Right.
that on for
This is the
size.
Middle East.
I think death tolls at 150,000.
Real.
They don't exist.
Come on. Come on. They don't have feelings. They don't.
I wonder how they convinced his ass to. I mean, then again, he's already around people all day. Fauci had that is like, it's like, what kind of example does it set? Like motherfuckers are like telling
He's
you
a
like, we
fucking
need
doctor,
to-
not a baseball player, so.
Well, no, what I mean is like, how are you convincing
What,
this
for
dude
him
to
to
come
go
to a
out
baseball
there?
game
Yeah.
when he said like, hey, we need to shut the country down?
I mean, he's literally the only person there that doesn't work for either team.
I'm
I
talking
know,
about
I
as
see what you're
the,
saying.
the main doctor of the
Great
CDC.
example there, Jackal.
I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's like, wait a second, what?
Oh.
Why would you say
You know what?
yes
I'm
to
out
this?
on Fauci. Fauci?
Fauci?
Fucky. I'm out on Fucky.
Fucky.
Fuck him.
Fucky. Fucky.
I was
His
out on
name's
Fucky him.
Fauci when I found
Fucky and
out
fuck
he
him.
wasn't actively working on the cure himself, anyways.
He was just like, hey, I read a couple papers, man. Doesn't look good.
Wait, you're not the guy working on this?
Oh,
Why-
no, me?
Why are we
No,
talking
no.
to you?
I do AIDS and SARS.
Yeah, let me
that's
see
what I
you
do.
put a mask on first,
You're just
Jackal.
a fucking guy.
Well, he definitely had a mask on. There was nobody around him for 100 feet, at least. That's how it worked out. Hey, we're on mute
Well, yeah. I mean,
It doesn't matter because we're not.
because
We're
no one
only
was
muted for the Zoom, but that's not what I'm
he
doing.
was at least 90
Yeah.
feet.
Don't
away
worry,
from
it's going well.
Nice.
He was at least 90 feet away from the catcher,
Yeah.
who he tried to throw a ball covered in his germs to.
Yeah. Hey, man, check this out.
He sneezed on the ball and then threw it.
Just tossed it right over, hooked it. He should have just. I don't know why
That's what Trump
motherfuckers
would
don't
do.
go up to that mound knowing that they probably can't make it that 90 feet because it's harder than it looks for a lot of people at
It's
least.
far.
Fucking just roll it.
Can I take like 20 feet like on this?
Yeah,
Like,
why don't they
move in?
cut like the distance in half for them?
Do I have to be all the way up on the
Because they're
mound?
not gay.
Can I,
This is America.
can I
What,
pitch
Aquarius?
this
Throw
off the
50
late?
feet or get out of here.
Is there a ladies' tee I can pitch this from? Like,
Or what's that?
Like a golf?
What's that one? What's that one stadium that has whatever guest sing either the national anthem or something else? Do you remember that one, Tim? There's
you mean every
The
stadium?
stadium that where they sing.
no.
the national
I'm
anthem?
sorry. How do I say? They pick someone from the crowd. It's usually a celebrity, and they have them sing the national anthem. And I think they had Roseanne sing it one time, and it was fucking garbage.
it's bad. I've heard
that.
Shit.
She's
Yeah.
not a good. I mean,
It's like, here, go ahead and take this dirty microphone
white
we've used for the
trash
past
loved it,
100
though.
years.
Well, I think she was
Roseanne supposed to be in
trashed him.
Chicago,
Yeah, she'd been
right?
drinking.
It was probably a White Sox game or a Cubs game.
I think some other celebrity forgot the words.
Nice.
Like halfway
Well,
through.
how are you supposed to remember the words? There's a
and,
lot of
like,
them.
Come on, man. There's
Well,
a lot of
like
words there.
they're planned. Like they pre-planned this person to come do the hey. In like 3 weeks, would you like to come do the national anthem? Maybe you practice once, twice. Maybe do a quick read through of it once or twice
Look,
before
he's
you get
busy
out
doing
there.
cocaine. Doesn't have time for that.
Take the words on a piece of paper up there with you.
Hold them in front of you so
Yeah,
that
like
you
you
can
No,
see
know,
what-
no, no. That's un-American.
See,
Just
you're-
forget
yeah,
the
you
words.
probably-
Have people
I
that
like
know them
to-
anyway.
You'd probably be better if you sounded trash.
Get one of
to
those
forget
cool-
the words.
Well, yeah, so to be fair, Roseanne was probably on Ambien, right?
Well,
Yeah.
More than likely.
she was on a lot of things.
I was on Ambien.
She didn't say anything about
poop
like Planet of the Apes, though. She just sung the national anthem and
through
then.
the pipes.
Well, you don't know what she was talking about.
Well, I think she said the N
The
word
whole
halfway
song
through,
could
but
have
I don't
been-
know.
The whole song could have been Planet of the Apes people, Planet of the Apes people.
She would have just fucking
I hate
nailed it
these
that way.
goddamn Planet of the Apes people.
I'll tell you,
We
I'll
get
never
it,
watch
Tim.
that show.
That was probably.
I'm,
her
I'm
whole
never
song.
gonna never because she
No,
said
No,
that.
no,
You
no.
heard it here first. The Connors can
Roseanne
go
can
fuck
handle her
themselves.
goddamn
Yeah,
pills.
Connors
They did her
Yeah,
dirty
what
on
the
this
fuck?
show.
I'm pretty certain like anybody who
That's
takes
like
Ambien starts
my
getting all
TV
crazy
mom,
when
and
they
you
try to
made her
stay
a
awake.
Heroin addict. Great.
I saw fucking John Goodman's
Well,
doing
it's
a
not-
voice.
And
on
one
an
that couldn't even
animated
handle her
show.
shit.
Yeah,
No.
that's the real problem.
She died from it.
Yeah,
Fucking Christ.
bitch.
Because your
Idiot.
TV mom probably really was an opium addict at some point. I'm sure
Of
she got
course,
it
that
before.
was implied,
she
but
could
you can
handle
handle
earlier
her shit.
seasons when she
Hmm.
was doing the opium.
She could keep her shit together.
Yeah.
Remember that bullshit where they like won the fucking lottery and then like after like a season of them being lottery winners and things are like, yeah, our life's changed. It
They bought
turned
off
into
the
like
house
a
and everything.
dream or some fucking
last
bullshit.
episode.
God
Fuck
damn it!
you.
She's writing the fucking thing in the she's
like
in
a
their
story.
basement where she was writing a book, and then she's like, yeah, Dan had a heart attack. He fucking died. Didn't live through it. We didn't win the fucking lottery. This is all bullshit. But it was fun. It's like the fucking Sopranos ending.
But I enjoyed watching.
No one's gonna be
Rebecca
happy at the
episode.
last
Sopranos
episode's
ending was an
Wednesday.
implied death. That was just a
Or maybe
fucking
not.
turnaround. Fuck you. That was so like if Lost would have actually been the Hurley, it was Hurley's dream thing, which I guess it would
So
be the same
wait.
thing.
So this was the last episode, right? After the last season that she said this.
It's the very last episode
And
of
she
the
said
show.
Dan had a heart attack and died, right?
Yeah, and there was all bullshit. Like the
This
last
is
two seasons
necromancy.
where it didn't actually happen.
So, but that last part where she explained it all actually happened, right?
Yeah, they're bringing back through necromancy.
Well,
He's
there's a point where
zombie.
he has a heart attack and he survives, and then they win the lottery.
I remember.
Right.
And then at the they do like 2 seasons of that, and then the last episode, it like goes to her and she's typing on her thing where she's writing her book that she was talking about for 3 seasons, and then she says that it was all bullshit. He died, and like it's just her and the fucking daughter.
So
And-
that
Writing the
makes
rest
the
of the story.
Connors actually impossible.
yeah.
No, necromancy.
No,
We've
necromancy.
already said
Necromancy is very real. Psychic vampires, Joe.
They figured people were over it at this point.
They
That's
might-
why.
if-
That's
if
why
she
he looks
gets-
so.
it. If she
That's why
gets
he
her
looks so
act
skinny.
together, they'll bring her back through necromancy.
Yeah, because also they're like they didn't even follow either storyline. They didn't win the lottery because they're poor again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was always the
I
thing
mean,
that
she's
kind
all
of caught me
hopped
off
up on
guard.
pills.
Like I
She said
remember
they,
them like
changed
burning
the,
their
like, sugary pills.
their final bill or whatever because they paid
Yeah,
it
yeah.
off.
When they win the lottery,
and then
they
and
paid
then
the
after
house
that,
off
it's like,
and
wait a
they
minute,
burned the fucking,
why are you guys still living in a shithole? Like,
Well, they like upgrade their shithole. Like
Yeah, a
it's the
bit,
same
but-
basic house, but like, so we got a new couch though. So didn't you win like millions of dollars?
yeah,
We
new
just
couch.
wanted-
Let's
couch.
burn this place down. You know what I mean?
Whole
Buy a
thing.
mansion.
Yeah,
You live in
because they're
fucking
being
Midwest.
frugal with their money.
Idiots.
You could literally spend $800,000 on a home and have a very nice life after
Yeah.
that.
Get hood rich.
They
Get
spent
real
the rest of
rich.
it all on one
With
meal.
hood rats.
They spend the rest of it all on pills.
Oh yeah,
And that's what the Connor's about.
Pills.
Everyone's on pills.
pills are good.
Well,
Drugs.
first Roseanne took a vacation, fucked up her knee, and then spent the rest of it on pills.
Yeah.
I always thought it was
Also her
just a dream
grandson's
thing. It was
gay.
like the laziest thing in
Oh,
writing.
yeah,
You just-
yeah,
and every movie that way,
What?
and all of them. Well, you said she.
And they all died then.
It ends where she's like typing and basically
None of
writing
this
the rest of
happened.
the story. None of this happened.
It was all
Yeah, it was
dream.
all just a thing I was writing. It's like
You can live in any movie that way.
Every single
know
one of them
what?
at this point. What's you know what I mean? Like end
Harry
Godzilla
Potter?
with that
Movie.
shit, and they
The
all
whole
lived
thing was a
happily ever
dream.
after the end.
So what we're gonna do then? We're gonna make a series of movies that all end like that, with somebody like writing a letter. Some
Just
stupid
end it
shit
with
telling
you.
that
It's
it was
always
all
the
fake.
same ending. It's
No, you just
But
the main character
you
waking
type
up
on
and
a
none of that actually
typewriter,
happened.
like-
We're going to preview them all as, okay, this one's real. It's not a dream.
Yeah, exactly. And The West Wing with Aaron Sorkin just typing and be like, and they all lived happily ever after.
I think it'd be funny. If we
No,
just,
it'd
like,
be
we
better.
just added at the very end.
This is not real. None of this happened.
I am making this up.
Just
as
wake
I
up.
go
Any
along.
movie could end in a dream. Like the main character just wakes up and is like, Harry Potter wakes up. His parents are alive, and he's like, I had a weird dream.
It was, it
Would
was
be
very
even
strange.
better-
For fucking 9 books.
What
I
would
dreamt
be
I was a
even better
wizard.
is if he woke up in that fucking broom closet and this is all
heroin.
just
Yeah,
a
right.
mechanism.
He just tries escaping. Yeah. No, I'm a fucking wizard. Sure you are, bud.
Okay. Back into the closet you
You're
go.
about And when you turn 18, you're going to be a homeless wizard.
Yeah, very homeless.
Because I'm not
wizard.
taking care of you. I don't like you.
Hagrid
Stamps.com.
Turns out Hagrid is just a crackhead.
He's a fucking pimp. Remember?
He's a homeless guy that lives on the street.
He's a pimp. That's right. I remember.
Yeah.
That's
He's a
fucking.
pimp with 2 very unattractive prostitutes.
One is like a
Two
fucking,
very
like,
One of
low
them-
res.
Yes. Oh my God, that fucking one
The other
dude
one.
was Haggard. Yeah.
She's seen some shit.
Yes. It
She
is
says
not a
she
good
sucked
look.
a lot
She
of
has
dicks.
taken the back of Hagrid's hand once or twice.
Very, very quickly too.
Well, she deserved it. She
She
shouldn't have
said
talked
2
back.
words to the
Shouldn't have been
motherfucker,
speaking out of line.
and his giant ass floored her.
He's like, I tamed dragons. He's like, he always says that. There's no dragons.
There's no drag. He just did
He's a
3 lines of
pimp.
coke and smoked a bowl of meth. So
Jesus.
You mean you chased the
doing
dragon?
speedballs again?
yeah, that's right, Harry. Chased a dragon. That's
All
right.
right.
I chased a red dragon.
Red dragon, Harry.
Harry, you're a thizzard.
You're a lizard.
You're a thizzard, Harry.
You can have some of these pills, and then you can do magic.
You're a junkie, Harry.
You're a junkie.
You're a wizard, Harry. Hagrid, I keep telling you that was just CPR. Yeah, you're a wizard, Harry.
You saved my life, Harry.
Just dotted off.
Pass me that piece of tin. You mean your crack pipe? Yeah,
Yeah, that wand.
that wand you have.
I love the fucking the Ron and Hermione in the back, and they're
Yeah,
both,
they're
like scoring,
junkies.
they're scoring from Snape.
Of course, Snape's the one selling him drugs. No problem.
course.
He's the potions fucking
of shit.
professor. That's why.
Exactly. It makes perfect sense. The dude knows how to mix them.
Also, he killed Dumbledore, so.
Yeah, well,
just
you're not
saying.
supposed
Son
to
of a
tell
bitch.
people that.
Dirty fuck.
Spoiler.
I remember there's that
Ruined our
fucking.
podcast.
Wasn't it like a? I don't remember if it was like a story or YouTube video, but your cousin told me about this thing when the. Was it the 6th book? Yeah, it's
It was Half-Blood Prince or something.
When it first came out, it had leaked like a week
Half-Blood Prince,
beforehand.
Yeah.
And so this dude pulled up to all these kids fucking waiting a fat line to buy the book.
Yup.
Snape kills Dumbledore, and just
And he
drives
like
away.
says
And
the
people
page
are
number and everything.
crying and shit. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. That's so fucked, but good on him. I
No,
like
I
that.
watched that video before I read the book,
It's
so
just
you
like
always knew that was coming.
It was just
Yeah.
like, remember the Smash My Xbox?
Yeah.
And the guy would get him paid, like people would donate it, so he never actually paid for it himself. But they fucking like people would donate and he'd buy it, and fucking the Xbox 360 when it first came
When
out
it came with
goes
those
in front of the
shortages.
lines and just smashes it.
Oh,
right
dude,
in
they were-
front of all the
At that
people.
time, they were selling like on eBay for like $1,500. Like,
Oh,
you'd buy
yeah,
it
that's
for
right.
like $500, but they're like they didn't even think they'd have the demand that they did
Yeah.
because like the last thing they put out was Xbox was 10 years ago, and then they got back into the game, and they had that with the guy he would go out there and he'd get one, he'd come walk out of the store with it, and then he'd just put it down and he starts smashing it in front of everyone. Like
Everybody just.
people were camping for 3
He'll
days.
be like, "Fucking, can I have the controllers?" And
Yeah.
he'd
Something?
spray everything.
Absolutely
Oh,
Like,
not.
you want this? Smash! That goes too.
Smash.
That'll
smash,
teach you to like things.
smash.
This dude could literally make money off of those things, reselling them as a private entity, and decided instead, I'm going to smash them in front of
he's
people
about
who
the
will pay
lulz.
top dollar for them. I'm going to do that instead. Because
If I was rich, that'd be worth the money.
Hell yeah.
oh yeah,
To watch people just shit their pants.
exactly. Or like to go in and
Okay,
like
take it up a
just
notch.
go to the front of a
like,
Disneyland line and just hand the guy $1,000 or whatever, and be like, yeah, I'm
Don't
in
let
front.
anyone else on.
So
Yeah.
remember that Banksy
Nobody.
thing?
I'm gonna go on this 3 times in a row. Then you can let people on.
Go to
Remember
like
that-
high-end museums and like buy really expensive
What's the word?
pieces of art and
Remember
just.
I'll
bust
take
them
it.
the
Remember
fuck
that
down.
Banksy thing that they sold? It's like the little
Yeah.
girl with the, like, it cut it halfway through and like
Shredded it.
shredded it halfway through. I think it would have been so much better if he would have had a thing that set it on fire after it was
Yeah, 'cause
purchased.
now
It
it's
sets
worth
the
more.
entire thing on
This
fire.
is the shredded one, the one that
Yeah.
he shredded with
a
the
little
shredder.
beep. Got a little beeper that says fire.
Fire! It burned the building down, killed everyone.
It's so cathartic though to
That'd be
see.
hilarious.
Maybe
It
we're
was
fucked
art.
up. I don't know.
That'd show him for thinking about art.
Hey, that's art, man.
That's part of the art. Is the destroying it is part of the art.
Death and destruction.
Any other art you destroy, it's a goddamn tragedy.
I
But
put
murder
so
and
much
capitalism,
actual
that's what it
pain
is.
into my art.
it's a symbol.
that I literally
It's a
had to hurt
metaphor.
myself. I had to
The
destroy
burners.
the goddamn piece of art after it was purchased.
And destroy it.
How much money
Destroy.
did Banksy get for that? Because obviously there's going to be like the museum fee for selling it, right?
Probably a shitload of
Probably a
money.
shitload of money.
$7.50.
Haha, I made $100,000 off of your burnt ass, cut in half ass piece of art.
Is there anything like
out.
extremely?
They already bought it.
Is there?
That's
any,
what I
like-
mean.
Can you think of like a food that's so like extremely rare that almost nobody can get it? Like
Elephant steak. Elephant
Lay's
steak.
chips.
Human
Lay's
penis.
like,
potato
just a-
chips.
anything-
Original.
Anything that
Cheez-Its.
like find some extremely rare
Human
food
horn.
that like
Nutter butters.
nobody can fucking get, and just like buy it in front of a shit ton of people.
Human
and
meat.
Feed
Once
it to
again,
your dog.
human penis.
I've
Human
always
penis.
that would be good. I've always
Feed it
wanted
to
to
your
like go
dog.
to a nice place, get some
always
caviar,
wanna go to a nice
put a
place, too.
shitload of it on the fucking cracker, take one small bite, and be like, ugh, and then just spit it out.
Throw it at the guy.
Ew, ew.
I tried it. It's fucking awful.
It's
Yeah.
fat.
salty and
I feel like I
disgusting.
wouldn't like
It
it.
tastes
anyway.
Tastes like
shit.
fish. It tastes like fish,
I
but
think
like
if
a
fucking
shitty
most
fish.
seafood is gross. though.
Salmon roe
I
on
seafood
sushi.
and then I eat it.
I heard some
Huh?
The grossest thing I've ever seen from sushi is not just the salmon
Sushi.
roe on top, because they crackle like they're fucking like they're like flavor packets or some shit. They're fucked up.
Oh, the eggs and the,
The
eggs
salmon
and
roe, yeah, the eggs, the
Yeah.
little red eggs, right? Motherfuckers
Those are
will
good.
eat an entire roll of just that in the cone.
stuff? It's good.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
You're just
I'm gonna need some
absorbing
ranch,
so
bro.
many lives.
The side of it grosses me
Delicious.
out, and I don't like
get their
spicy
soul.
tuna as much
I'm
anymore.
gonna need some ranch or blue cheese with that shit, man. That's not
Can
gonna
you
work
dip
for
that?
me.
You put it on a barbecue.
Yeah.
You know,
Any
you got some
barbecue?
ketchup
Quick.
back there.
I love me some sushi, but them eggs.
Can you
mm-mm.
replace those eggs with like steak,
Can you
You know,
can you
something
cook that
completely different.
fish?
chicken?
Can you do me a favor? Cook that fish. And the rice, it's cold.
It's funny.
It's all cold. Why is it so cold?
Everything I just ordered, can you like
Can you deep
dip
fry
it in
it?
batter? Yeah, that.
You
They
can
do have
actually
deep
get
fried.
deep fried.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Deep fried California rolls.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
pretty good.
But
Those
they
are
should
so good.
They should be willing to deep fry everything.
It's
Oh,
funny,
I'm sure they would if
They'll
you
deep
gave me
fry
the
whatever
money.
you want,
Tempura,
man.
baby.
I've
Can-
seen a bunch of things on
can
the
every
internet about
restaurant
how to
just start
like
deep frying
properly
everything?
eat sushi and like without being fucking rude in Japan or some shit.
Hi.
I think it'd be hilarious to just go there and try to get like, so if we could get a meeting with like a big businessman, say you would see we need to be like really proper. And one of them was like,
You
you,
guys
like,
have
you
ketchup?
put like a tiny bit of like soy sauce on it, you don't like dunk it, and just like jam it in there with your hands, just like, this is the best stuff. You gotta get a lot on
I
it.
got a lot.
Hold the
Crumbs
piece in your
everywhere
hand.
That's
And
the
inside the
California
thing.
rolls, like.
hold it in your hand and just dump the entire like cup
Over your hand too. It's got to go over your.
and slum in your mouth.
Just a
and
shit.
be like, this just tastes like fish.
And then pour a
Warm.
little more into your mouth on top of that.
And one
You
of
guys
them's like,
want some?
One of them's like,
Drink
if-
from it if you can. You know.
Lick
You wanna
the
hit
top
this
of the
shit, dude?
bottle.
America.
one of them's like, don't like makes a wasabi fucking in the sushi. You're supposed to put a little on top
Fucking
of your
animal.
sushi.
Literally
Just
just
fucking like
throw
pour
s-
like, hey, what's the biggest bowl you got? And you get a lot of soy sauce and a little bit and some wasabi and make a nice little stir bowl.
Not too much,
That's
I
good.
don't
You all
like
liquidy
Then
too.
Take 2 pieces of sushi, put the
Sushi?
wasabi on top of one, and then just smash them together like that.
I make a sandwich.
Get the-
Smart.
you get when they serve it to you with the ginger, just get your fork and like flick it on the ground in front of them.
Put your fork and go fuck yourself.
What is this?
Throw pieces you don't really like behind. It's
Yeah.
not like this.
Ew. Ew.
Throw
This
them,
one has vegetables in it.
throw them back over the counter into the bowl of whatever they're fucking
Yeah.
with.
Just catch it in there too.
Here,
you
I
know?
don't want this.
What are the little things they give you like before? They're like green beans.
Edamame, yeah.
Edamame.
Yeah.
Just get those and try to throw them in like other people's cups.
From across the restaurant too.
No, no,
you
no.
crack them open. You take the little fucking the peas out and just, I'm gonna give me that.
If the fucking
Or the
chef,
guy that's cutting it.
if the chef is wearing one of those tall hats, you
Oh,
spin
right
the
in the top.
wheel just
Well,
Yeah.
he should have thought about that before wearing a tall hat.
That was your first mistake right there.
Don't give me things to throw on your tall hat and
Oh,
then wear a
yeah.
tall hat.
One of the rules is also you're not supposed to ever give money to the chef. Chef never handles money the whole
Throw a
time.
bunch of
Anytime
ones
you
at
get a
him.
roll, hey man, here,
It's
take
for
this,
you.
Take this.
There you go.
No, straight up hit him with the.
Yeah, there you go, my man.
When he
my
gives you-
man. Let it rain on my man's over here. These are all 50s, by the way.
When he looks at you like, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Take
my
it, man.
hands.
Don't make a big fucking deal about it.
You're making me
Friggin'
look like an
angry.
asshole here.
Oh, what am I, an asshole? You gonna make me look like an asshole?
In front of
Take
everybody
it.
here?
Oh, am I the jerk? This
Then
whole
I-
time I've been walking around asking who's the jerk.
You're here making my sushi. I'm trying to give you a compliment.
The next time he finishes a roll, do the same thing again.
Yeah, every time, too. Especially after he tells you no.
You're tipping him and he's just being like,
takes
really?
it that
Make me
one
an
time he
asshole?
goes,
Ah,
okay,
this guy's
all right,
doing
fine.
it again.
Yeah, he
really
goes, oh, fine.
pushing-
I'll take your thank you for the $50. Thank you.
When
That's enough.
And then when
And
they
then
What, you too
immediately
good
right
for
after
another
that.
50?
Hey,
And
this
then when they-
asshole won't take my money.
and
you
when
believe
they
this fucking
finally
guy?
call the police to kick you out, start tipping the police officer.
Yeah. There you go, buddy. Nice job.
Nah, you're doing a great job. You sit down and have some sushi. This guy,
50 colorful dollars.
he's not doing a great job. He spends a lot of time handling money.
Colorful ass dollars for your
Hey,
broke
I
ass
have
country.
seen videos in like I don't know. I think it's in China, but like those places where the fucking like cross traffic is crazy, and they have like traffic cops. If you like slip those guys a 50, they'll get you onto the street you need again.
You got to do it though. Just
And it's
tip
like the
everybody.
dude, it was like an American dude's like, yeah, I come here for business all the time, and I just grab a shitload of like 100 yen or something like that, and you just like anytime you come up to one of these, give the guy
There you
fucking
go, man. Here's
100.
35 cents.
He'll split it with all his dudes, and fucking I get the fuck over there.
100 yen for you, $1 for me.
I think he gives 100 to like every cop. He gives 100 yen to.
Everyone gets
$1.
$1.
Just start tipping people that you shouldn't be tipping.
I don't know what the exchange rate is. I think it's a lot more.
Pocket at this point.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh,
A guy, he, like, so much money they owe him favors.
He doesn't realize he is the mob.
Yeah. Unbeknownst to him, he's given them over $100,000. They now are owned by him.
He rivals the Yakuza in police donations.
All for about $45.
That's all it takes.
For about $10 a month, you too can take care of a small Yakuza.
Small can be
Just
I'll
a
run the
donation
Yakuza.
that costs less than half of a cup
We'll
of coffee.
send
a
you
day.
pictures of the people they kill. It'll be great. You get samples of all the drugs.
You can see all the
We're
We're not
faces.
gonna
$45.
lie, You're going to be shocked at first because you won't realize what's going on.
I was
Some
shocked.
scenarios,
Shocked.
you will be able to determine the cause of death for the person upcoming. It'll be great.
It's a sword, some sort of a sword wound.
Who?
That's going to be the cause of death.
Who?
Who do you think
His
the
head is
Oh,
off.
Ghislaine Maxwell. Or whatever
I was
her
gonna
name
say, who do you
is.
think the like organization is that it's carrying out those assassinations for
Shut up.
Murder
for
Inc.
Ghislaine Maxwell
OPEC?
relations? Yeah. What do you say?
The NSA.
The NSA? You think it's
Murder
just them, like straight
Incorporated?
up? They didn't hire like the
Oh.
Gandolfinis.
Hey,
It's,
I just
uh,
like to
it's
imagine
the,
it's like
And yes,
three-
James Gandolfini's
it's
family,
three
that's what I mean.
fucking
The
ninjas.
USA.
The United States of
You just
America.
go on the
They
dark
just
web and
pay-
just get a guy.
The way you say that, I like to imagine they hired just like three ninjas and
Yeah.
they just like came in, they like snuck in through the bars on his window, and they're like super thin. They
Come
fucking
down
go
from the ceiling.
rope it around him, fucking like tied to the bench, and start yanking. They're just like, "You're killing yourself.
Yeah, you're
killing
Killing
yourself."
yourself and you don't believe
And then
it.
they fucking slip out, and the guards are actually like, "What the fuck happened? He killed himself."
Let's see anybody come in. Those bars are like 6 inches wide.
How can no one could slip through? No one could slip through that.
She had
What do
nothing.
these guys
in the
weigh,
cell
38
with her.
pounds?
Where did this come from?
Where did she
last
get a
motherfucker
noose?
killed the judge's kid and husband. Well, no, killed the kid, husband
The
in intensive
kid.
care, right?
Yeah.
And that's just gonna
Kid opened the door.
keep on happening.
The
gonna
one
keep
who's
on.
prosecuting the case, they
She killed the
FedEx
kid?
no a FedEx driver
Guy
shut up
dressed
their
up.
house and shot the kid who answered the door, and then shot the husband, but she was down in the basement.
Yeah,
Why?
She's a
Of who?
quote unquote.
she's a like a
Of the
FedEx
Ghislaine?
of the
or what?
of the judge overseeing the bank case for, Epstein.
Epstein.
Oh,
Not
shit.
The one who's
CIA
tracing the money.
operative.
That's crazy.
Definitely not. Not
Definitely
a dark
not.
operative. Definitely
no,
not.
no. It's just as it was a really mad. No, it actually it turned
Could
like
just
they
be a
found the
nut
guy.
job.
It's like he was like a lawyer or something.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like a men's rights
It's
thing or
like a
something.
Which
like
nut
makes
job
no
thing.
sense to me. He must be a
Men's
He
pedophile.
had no idea where he'd been for the last 3 weeks.
It's a men's rights nice thing.
Well, he was
men
hoping-
are being fucking
He's like,
targeted
we
here.
should be able to fuck kids. That's what's wrong
Kills
with
a
this
son
country.
and a husband. That's a
I
great
love
idea.
that. You seen
He's
that thing
like, I'm
there?
going to go to law school
They're
and
trying to, like,
defend kid fuckers.
Pedophiles
Yeah.
are trying to like rebrand again to not be called pedophiles. They're
I
trying
think
to,
we just
Nambla.
tried to start
Yeah, I
talking
think we
about that
talked
last
about
week. We didn't get very
last
far.
We talked about that last week, and I said,
And then
like,
Tim
I
got
feel
a
like
hard on
that's-
and we had to stop.
I just feel like that's so
every time.
ridiculous that it's got to be something made up. There's no way anybody thinks they're actually gonna like accomplish.
No,
that.
it's fine. The Greeks did it. Romans?
Romans did too, yeah.
Roman. Everyone fucking.
Everyone was fucking kids back
baby
then, man.
fucking
They,
kids.
Half
half the
say
people,
three.
not even half, like 90% of people at that time couldn't even read. And I don't mean that like Tim can't read
Couldn't
or I
even
can't read.
read.
I mean that like just physically incapable of
You
reading.
can't read.
But they knew how to fuck kids.
They knew how to fuck a good kid. They knew how to do that.
They knew how
Apparently
to get
that was their
themselves killed.
one thing they were good at.
I'm just saying, who has seen like Chris Hansen and still thinks they can like fucking normalize pedophilia?
They have a seed.
Right? Anytime anyone offers
Nutcase.
cookies
the
over
kind of
the
people that
internet.
would be pedophiles.
True.
They're probably a little fucked up in the head. Just a little bit.
Just
My
tiny
favorite,
bit.
were- I've seen like only
Just
two
a
of
baby
them,
bit.
but they have the cookies sitting out, and
Huh?
two
Like
of them
that? Like
actually go to town on them. And it's, so you can tell it's like a nervous habit. They're just like eating the cookies and like, holy fuck, I'm going to jail right now.
This will be the
But
last
I think
cookies I
some
ever
people
have.
have
I think
cookies.
it would be great if you enjoyed it. Like you saw what's gonna, you're a pedophile, you're walking, you're like, fuck, Chris.
Oh, I've seen this show.
Halfway out to the cop.
Cops
car.
are
I'm
outside,
at-
Hey,
right?
man, can I get some more of those cookies?
You might have
before
to
I
order
go?
a pizza real quick. I'm gonna order a pizza. I'm not gonna leave. Till
I'm not leaving, yeah.
Here, so.
Straight up smoke a cigarette
pizza
indoors
cookies.
there with them. Fuck it at this point, you know.
I mean, I'm fucked. What am I worried
Yeah,
about? Fire
you see
codes?
Chris
Matter of fact,
Hansen, and you're just like, oh,
You guys got any
shit.
liquor?
You mind if I call my weed guy? Get it quick.
my coke guy?
I gotta go. If I'm getting arrested for pedophilia, I might as well just
It'll-
do
it'll be
everything.
cool.
At this
No, I'm
point.
gonna do the thing where you run out the door and they tackle you, but I'm gonna get all jacked up first.
Oh, I gotta
ready.
do it. You got any
So I
PCP,
think it's
Chris?
gonna be hard for them to catch me. I'm gonna make a left and a right, and then you just see him run out, and he just gets fucked up
Oh,
immediately.
man.
I love that when they fucking wreck the guy.
Gone.
Because
I
they
love
think they
when-
can get to their.
Where are you gonna go,
I
man?
wonder if they like. They probably
Well, I
test
love when
in
he
their head.
actually
It says,
asks
if
bring
I
him
get
in.
to my car, if I just touch my car, I'm safe.
Somehow.
It's a home. It's a
It
home
saves
base.
you
You
home
can't
base.
tag me.
The
I
cops
love
will
when
not
he
chase me.
actually asked them that though. Like they.
Now
tried
you're
to
free to
take
go.
off walking, and he's like, "Where you going?"
Where you think you're going, bud?
I was just gonna take off.
I was gonna go because, well, you're
Well,
not the
you're
14-year-old child that was.
Chris
Shit.
Hansen.
'Cause
I
mean-
I've seen the show.
I've seen like one where he comes in and he's like, "What are you doing?" Because like I'm just here to hang out, have some pizza with my cousin. It's like, no, it's not.
No, you're not.
What?
What are you really doing here?
Did you
Well,
come
they
in?
I
they
am,
pull out
right?
the
Have you never been
transcripts
to
and
your
he's like,
cousin's house?
Oh, I want to fuck you so hard.
Yeah,
You're sure that your parents will be gone?
it's always the worst, man.
Yeah, that was for my cousin Bill.
that was that's
I'm
him.
into weird shit.
we me and Bill, you know how we get down. Well, no, you don't. But I can tell you, based off of these emails,
What
that
do you mean her name was? I don't know.
I
What was
like
her
name
to
was
pretend
Tiffany.
I
that
couldn't
he's
think of a woman's
14,
name.
which is probably just as bad. He's actually 41.
Some
I don't really
41.
know who the bad guy is here anymore. Is it me for being a pedophile, or is it you for
Was I
trying
gonna
to
fuck
catch
this
me?
kid?
Don't try to catch me.
Don't try to catch me. Maybe you wouldn't know that I was a pedophile.
Don't
Maybe
tease me,
you
bro.
just, the ostrich thing and put your head in the sand.
Yeah, you're older than
An
me.
ostrich.
Maybe you're the pedophile.
What if he sat down and he's like, okay, you could leave, but if you make it to your car, you're free to go. Most people don't make it to their cars. So good luck.
I think
Here,
it'd be
have a
funny
cookie.
if, like when he walked out. It'd be funny.
That'd be
Like,
great. Like the first guy ever makes it to his car. He's like,
Ah,
everybody stop!
You
He made it
fucking
to home
rascal.
base.
We got hey, this is
They're
a
like,
gentleman's
but we're
agreement we had here.
cops. No, that's the rules of the show.
yeah.
It's
But-
home base.
Or if when
Better
Chris
yet-
Hansen walks out, you're just like, "Oh shit, Chris Hansen, we're double teaming this bitch." Yeah.
I
That's
knew you
what's
was a
going on.
freak, Chris.
I knew you got down.
Well,
Why would you be doing all these pedophile shows anyway, if
I
not
love
for
the
you
one
being a
they
pedophile?
do on the Boondocks.
Seems like
where,
you're really obsessed with this.
I love the one they do on the Boondocks where
Didn't
the
he get
fucking
caught for some
booty
sexual
warrior
shit?
guy.
Yeah.
Let's
No, I came to
pretend-
fuck you, Chris Hansen.
I likes you, and I'm gonna halves you. Now we can do this
He's
the
like this
easy
hood
way,
ass, like out
or
of
we can
prison,
do this the
motherfucker.
hard way.
It turns out these aren't pedophiles. They're people trying to lure Chris Hansen into a sex
A lot of
encounter.
people want to fuck
It's a
Chris
lot.
Hansen.
It's a big Chris Hansen
weird.
sting.
Actually, I came here for you, Chris. Yeah, better yet, when Chris Hansen makes that gentleman's agreement that they can go touch their car for home base, work it with the local police so that you could all right, you get to go, but you got to get there quick because we're sending the dogs. Just straight up every time. Okay, you go, we'll give you a 2-second head start, and then the dogs go.
Oh, watch out for the hand grenades.
You just play a really loud audio clip of Mr. Burns. Release the hounds.
I think it would be funny to have, like, if you were the cops and have the helicopter, the fucking cop chopper, do a low fly over the house when he's in there. Like, well,
Shake the place
you should
up.
Stay in here for a while. The cops are
Was that a helicopter?
No. He's like, oh, shit.
I'm just a guy, man. I work at
Start
Togo's.
letting off firecrackers all around the house so he thinks he's getting shot at.
Or just popping off shots into the air.
Yeah, honestly, just do a bunch of shit like that. Just scare them. Oh my gosh, you could have a field day.
That'd show him for
To
when
catch a
prison
predator
got
gets
killed.
sued for giving a man a heart attack.
Come
Yeah,
out
straight
and
up.
start shooting.
He's a pedophile, but the doctor still needed to help him. What
I
can
think
say?
when they're sitting there, if you're a pedophile and you're talking to some child online, every once in a while just drop a Chris Hansen in there. All right, Chris Hansen.
Yeah, just to cover your ass.
No, I knew it was fucking Chris Hansen the whole time. That's why I'm here.
Just
Came to
Right,
fuck
said
Chris
it.
Hansen.
You're gonna
Everyone
give
wants
people
to
ideas,
fuck Chris
man.
Hansen.
every other sentence, just be like, "Hey, Chris," and eventually it'll be like, "Yeah," and you're like, "Ah,
I got you."
It's the
You
thing that turns
idiot.
me on is when I call you Chris Hansen
And you responded.
I feel
with the
like
last name.
almost for sure he's going to get caught doing something with young girls, right?
Of course, it's like the
He's
senator
way
that's
too
really against gay
interested in
people
this,
that ends
yeah.
up fucking gay prostitutes.
Yep.
He's not. The show got canceled, and he took it upon himself to make like a YouTube show.
No, we're
about
gonna
it.
do this
If
on
he
our own.
doesn't have a kidnapped daughter or something like that, like he's definitely
Yeah, who fucked one of your kids?
himself.
Were you fucked as a child? I need an explanation,
Yeah, did
dude.
you get touched?
Otherwise, you're way too into this.
You may have initially just been hired as an actor, but like now it seems like it's kind of your thing. You know what I mean?
This is getting
This is
weird,
calling.
Chris. What did you say you
you
wanted to
keep
do with
those
the guests?
transcripts that you read out loud? You keep them at home? You read them?
Yeah,
We know you
You
do.
got
They're
a
not-
book together?
They're all over his.
yeah.
rights and
I've
shit.
seen like
He's got like novel
but I've
big
seen
ass
the
books.
episodes where he gets like the
tomes?
maddest. Like when he gets really mad is when he catches somebody for like the second or third time.
Wait, second or third time?
Yes, they don't all go to jail forever,
Oh Lord!
and some
I
of
guess
them get
technically
caught
you
by
didn't
Chris
actually-
Hansen
I would
again.
tell you to do it.
Oh
right.
my God, that's awful. What is the sentence for
What
that?
if you found out that none of them go to jail because none of that shit's admissible in court? They're like, I mean, this is a sting up. What are you doing?
It's an illegally.
What is it
set
called?
up one.
Entrapment. It says
Well, I wonder if
entrapment.
it's that. I know one of those like cop type shows. The show pays for their lawyer.
Yeah, cops. That's
Yeah,
how they
the
get people
cops?
that,
Yeah,
like
that's
those
the
stupid
ones,
trash
yeah.
to be like, sure, you can put me on the TV getting beat up by the police.
I'd take a
If
whooping.
someone's face is blurred
Like,
out
yeah,
on
we'll pay your
cops,
fucking
they decided
$2,000
they'd get their
bail.
own lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a whole level of reality TV that I did not know about.
Stamps.com.
Stamps.com. God bless them.
Cops.com.
But so like I feel like that could definitely be a reason like Chris Hansen got as far into it as he did is like when he realized, holy shit, these guys keep doing it.
Well, I mean, didn't the state of California release something like 10 or 15 sexual predators within like the last year?
I just
On
picture when they
good
let them out,
behavior.
it's like letting a lion out of a cage into the wild.
Yeah.
They're like, they run out and they're like, children!
They've done nothing to rehabilitate
Lingo.
these people except for tell them it's not bad and ask them to read fucking
Let
To
some
Kill a
predators
Mockingbird.
out.
I mean,
Stay away from the schools.
I've worked
Bitch.
with,
Going
like,
out children.
I've worked with like adult clients that literally spend like hours a week working with like a therapist to not be into kids and are still like into kids. Like,
It's great.
Yeah, there's definitely screws loose
Everything's
for
going
those
great.
folks.
With
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
Kids.
gene is.
He's a bit of
that
an
fucks
expert.
your brain up like that, but there's something wrong there. But it is funny to think that like, why do you think these people get released in the first place for good behavior, quote unquote? They ain't no kids to fucking jail.
There's not a lot
What
of
kid are they
kids
gonna
in jail.
fucking jail? There's no kids in
of course
jail.
they're on their best
Yeah,
behavior.
they put them
I
in
know
like with juvenile hall.
There you go.
Then
if
maybe
if
they
they
could,
really tested their metal
Hey.
there, then maybe we could say
And
they're
the kids would
rehabilitated.
learn a lesson too.
and they could, yeah.
Well,
But
it's-
nobody
so-
wants to go to juvenile hall when Hester the molester is
Did
running
you watch
around.
Did you watch Arrested Development?
Yeah, yeah.
There's when he actually sells those houses he builds, and it's all to like child molesters.
Oh,
who
yeah, yeah.
Can't go.
There's places
There's
like
a
that
place like that,
in
like Arizona,
Florida.
that, or it's like I think it's Arizona or something like
It's
that.
in Florida. It's a
And
trailer
it's
park,
just
and
like
they're all
huge-
child
Oh,
molesters.
fuck.
And it's a fucking huge place.
You put on Megan's Lawn and
You know
like
what?
lights up the
Yeah.
screen. And
Yeah, fuck lights up the screen. There better be light up billboards around the neighborhood.
Jesus.
we fuck kids.
How is
It's like
how is this a known
It's like
thing?
far from play. It's like
It's
far
because
from
you like
other-
you have to go and like tell people in your neighborhood and shit, and they made that a thing. And so like if they all live together, they don't have to tell anyone.
or they do.
Well, if they
no one
do,
can.
They did, but it's not a big
Everybody's
deal.
Well, they're like, yeah,
I get it.
yeah, obviously,
Oh.
yeah, you live here.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's like they let these people go for good behavior. Like,
they
if
marketed
motherfucker
it that
survives
way?
the clink, I mean, like, what? They've done nothing to rehab the regular drug offenders and other criminals. What makes you think this is a safe decision?
Yeah.
When are kids not? Like, when are the kids not in danger when you
Yeah,
let
that's
the person
just-
go
I
again?
really doubt they're sitting there like clockwork oranging them with pictures of naked.
No,
women.
absolutely not. Which
Yeah.
makes me wonder. Which makes me wonder. Like, so then the people letting them go are pedophiles too, right?
Probably.
More than likely, I would think. At least a lot of them. I don't know. It just seems to reason that if we're gonna go
Pedophiles
easy
all
on these motherfuckers,
Stamps.com.
it's because
Pedophiles
stamps.com says
Go
so.
easy
everywhere,
on 'em.
Not a child.
This
to
may
fuck.
be really like cynical and pessimistic or whatever, but I
Pessimistic?
assume an awful lot of people are pedophiles.
Oh yeah,
Like 6.
there's at least
all
7 of
three.
them.
There's,
I
there's
counted
7, 8, maybe.
counted 8 of them.
Anybody that coaches a children's sport and doesn't have kids involved in the sport,
Something you got to wonder about.
probably a pedophile.
They just love the game, man.
Tim,
They're all
didn't you
about.
just become a basketball coach?
I mean that's a weird coming from a 5-time state champion little league coach.
With the 5 and under
Hey,
group.
I didn't say champions the sport. I just said coaches the sport.
Oh, okay.
There's a difference.
So if you're good, there's no way you're fucking the kids
No, you're just
because
fucking them
they
right.
would be bad.
You're just fucking them right over. They call him the child whisperer. Ooh,
Jesus, all
that's
right.
not good.
I prefer
That's
child
enough.
tickler.
We're gonna have to pull this episode.
Tickler. Oh my god.
Cut-
This will be one
cut all this
episode
part
that-
out. Cut the whole part
Yeah,
out.
right.
I say this will be one episode that will be very hard to listen back to.
This episode's
Guys, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be
French
great.
tickler.
The
The
best
French
part is
tickler,
we
we're
want
called
to
the French
stop
tickler.
talking about it, but we can't because we just keep the train rolling. Anybody
Call it,
listening
tickle,
to this
tickle,
is going to
I
turn it
got a
off.
pickle.
It's just like To Catch a Predator. It's a train wreck. Like, you don't want to watch child predators, but you really want to see bad things happen.
You want to see him get wrecked by the police.
I want to see the cop come in
and
and
they
they
come
lined
strolling
up.
out the door. And
All right,
this-
when
the
that
guy's
door
just
opens,
like,
Mr. Police Officer, you just run and spear
Aw,
the
dude.
motherfucker.
Like,
remember
normally,
college
like,
football? Light them up.
Yeah.
You
Like
know
the
what?
other day, somebody posted like I don't normally go for like snuff pictures and shit.
I don't
like
normally
that.
go for snaps.
But the other day, like somebody posted a picture of this guy that like
Sweets.
raped a child,
I don't normally go in
and
for
it was his
sweets.
prison
What?
picture where he'd been stabbed like 20 times and raped.
Well, that's
And
nice.
like I looked at that picture like 3 times. I was like,
Jerked
good,
off.
Yeah.
good,
Jerked
Good,
off to
good
it.
for those guys who
Yeah.
cleaned up this trash.
yeah, good.
I mean, I always liked that about.
You
like,
should have thrown him over the railing when you were done.
Yeah, I always liked that about those groups. It's like, no, we don't stand for pedophiles. That's not something we can stand behind.
You
We're
know,
trying
I
to
can't
commit
wait-
regular ass crime here.
I
You're
really
giving us
hope-
a bad
I'll kill
name.
a kid, but I won't rape a
Whoa.
kid. Jesus.
You know, I really want that. I really
I
hope
didn't mean to
that
stand
kill him.
there.
I was trying to kill the guy next to him.
I really hope these
Stamps.com.
protests make a comeback, just so I can go and bring signs that say random shit like "Looky, looky, I got a hookie."
You gotta put your mic to your face right
Hold
there.
on.
It's,
I
it's
don't
facing
say
up.
nothing.
Booyah.
You don't tell me what to do.
Ooh. Yeah, like I said, this episode is gonna be very hard to listen back to.
Oh, but if I ever see like any sort of like protest group like protesting for like pedophilia is just a fetish, I'm going full like.
I don't
Russian
think they're
Baptist
open.
church on
I don't
that.
think they're that open with it. I think
Yeah,
it's like more
Jesus.
on the internet shit.
They do have Nambla though.
I don't think is that
But,
a
like-
thing? Is that a real thing?
I think
Yeah.
it is,
I
right?
really
How can that
feel
really
like
Do
it's
they have
fake.
meetings?
I feel like it's somebody trying to piss people off. There's no way that's real.
Like I just don't understand how you could allow that to exist. So
yeah.
I just don't want to look that up on my phone or computer ever.
Yeah.
Jamie looked that up. Jamie's been shot.
Jamie
well,
was just
we
shot.
have a friend that posts a lot.
Jamie
of
was arrested
conspiracy
by
shit
Chris
that
Hansen.
happens to have posted like pictures of like posters for that type of shit.
Did they make these posters for that type
I
of shit?
think he's
No,
talking
this
about the
person, it's
normalization
very
of it.
possible.
I think he's talking about people that are trying to normalize it, like reposting what they've
Yeah.
posted.
But this is also somebody that like reposts a lot of anti-COVID shit and
Oh, beautiful.
anti-face mask shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
know
if you-
they're
we all
on.
know who we're talking
You know they're
Yeah,
on
we
the
do.
level. You know they're on the level. Then that
yes.
girl is on the level.
And so that's yet another reason I think that shit's got to be fake if somebody like that is posting about it.
Yeah, it makes you wonder because half the shit you see is bullshit.
Yeah.
So why would this be true?
That's the other thing you wonder, like, about all that person's conspiracy shit. What if, like, 1 in every 10 they're getting it right?
I know. That's the thing. But
And
as
they're
in,
just spewing so much bullshit that we miss it.
we miss the good stuff, the real stuff.
Well, that was what like I've seen something that's a problem with fucking net job conspiracy theorists is you ruin the real conspiracies.
Yeah.
There are actual conspiracies in the world that fucking are like conspiring to kind of not necessarily keep you down, maybe take money from you and shit like
Yes.
that. That because they're like they throw everything as a goddamn conspiracy. I don't know. I saw some comic the other day. It's just like superhero that said WTF on his chest, sitting next to this lady. He's like, my superpower is that anything I don't understand, I can make into a conspiracy.
Well, it's also not a crazy like idea that a lot of conspiracies are created to cover up real conspiracies. Like,
Probably, yeah. Make it sound crazier that you would
what's
believe.
really happening.
Like Tahoe Tessie,
So why would this be?
Bigfoot,
Bigfoot.
Jersey Devil. That one's real for sure.
No, it's got to be real. There's a hockey team for it.
It's conspiracy.
I
They
see.
made the hockey team to
Do I
cover
not
up
know
the
do I not know the difference between a conspiracy and a fucking folk legend?
an urban myth.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't tell you what it is, to be honest. I mean, and there are like conspiracies, but the problem is that there's so like it's a conspiracy. There's very limited physical evidence.
Yeah.
So when people try to commentate on them outside of the evidence that's been giving, it's just you're just really making up your own story at some point. And you can't follow the half of it. There's a great one called Project Bluebeam. I love this one because the idea is that the chemtrails and our laser systems are going to be used to like create a backdrop in the sky around the planet and then project an image of what our region perceives to be God.
Okay.
And that dude's going to say through 5G in our brains that there's an impending alien invasion and we must unite as a planet to stop it. Then they will use the Area 51 tech, which is apparently just Tesla technology of electromagnetism for flying saucers. They're going to use that to stage it, and then we'll win, and then we'll have the whole new world order, and that's the whole the conspiracy theory.
Okay.
That's the whole thing.
Can I buy some pot from this person?
Right? Like I think one of the
Where do you
main
get
things
your
they're saying
acid,
heart
man?
machines are going to be used to like create earthquakes, so we find new fake archaeological evidence of like the birth of Christ and like all these other gods that prove them real.
What idiots! All we need is the president from Independence Day giving his Independence
That's
Day
it.
speech.
And then
you
we'll
know
win.
I heard they originally were going to cut that. It was a placeholder, and like for them to put something else in, and then he did it, and like everyone loved it.
Well, they didn't want him to say today is our Independence Day. Like they thought that would be too
They probably
a
fucking
little goofy, you know. And I can't say I blame them, you know.
Fuck no,
Like that one part in Lord of the Rings was like, no man could cross the
way
river.
he
It's like, I
says
am
it-
no man.
The way he says it is fucking. Today is our Independence Day. You know,
I
fucking.
expected Shania Twain to start singing.
And you don't shit talk Ewan. She's badass.
Oh man, this has been a good one.
Yeah. Probably wrap it up here.
Yeah.
On a fucking pedophilia. On a note of pedophilia. I don't really
On the
have
note
any
of
songs.
pedophilia and conspiracy theories, we want to thank you for joining the Hang for the Raptors podcast. The two drunken assholes, or the three drunken assholes, whatever you want to call us. Chris Austin, Bryson, Timmy. And I think we go out on the end of that song, right?
Yeah.
That I was doing.
Yeah. I don't remember.
I hope you choke on those words that kiss that bottle. Confess. Now ask yourself something, 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 something. Said I loved you, but I lied. Let's play this game called When You Catch Fire. Wooden pistol put you out. No, stop burning bridges and drive off of them so I can't forget about you. It's episode 2.